They do need the quad. I mean, one good quad run for 102 could win them the game. But it looks like it is Neutralizers comfortably in position for it. Going to be hard to break this setup.
And there's 3 frags as well running in. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
it's 200 barrier. It's a 10 frag margin. Almost taken out there with the rail, and then the shotgun coming in from Pavel up the staircase. But surviving it out. Oh, pummeled going through the telly.
Pushed
10
into
frag
the
margin
telly as well from the shot from behind.
10 frags for 30 seconds.
It's not really doable because it's just going to go frag for frag. You see Neutralizers sitting in this position here, and it's going to be impossible to come in and kill all of them without dying yourself.
Yeah, they're not stupid. To lose here, they'd have to be pretty bad. Yeah, great defensive play by Neutralizers at the end there. And I have to say, I think 102 will be feeling pretty disappointed.
Well, after the start they had, they were looking great for this map to go 1-0 up in the final, but you have to say that Neutralizers really adapted well over the course of the game and started to make it so difficult for 102 to hold that yellow LG room, and that room was what gave them their lead in the first place. It allowed them 2 stack quads at the start, which built a large lead, and then just gradually Neutralizers turned it around by denying them access to that lightning gun yellow. From about the 10-minute mark onwards, they certainly had the better of that room, and that's really what changed the game.
Just do a quick commercial while we're waiting for the next map to load up.
Vote now. Vote passed.
Remember, at Level Up TV on Twitter. Like us on Facebook /LevelUpTV. Subscribe on our YouTube /LevelUpTV. Follow. Click the follow button on our Twitch page now. Do it. Follow us. So here we are, map 2 of this final of the ESL Activity Matters Cup 3. 102 versus Neutralizers. 1-0 to Neutralizers at the moment. Very close. First map, ridiculously close. Just showing what a classic map Hidden Fortress is. Really have some great displays on there and amazing quad runs as well. We're now moving on to Purgatory, a double power-up map. This is Neutralizers' map pick. They've been impressive on it all evening. Can they round out this tournament with a 2-0 victory, Vor?
I think at this point you have to mark them down as heavy favourites to take this 2-0. I mean, we saw a great performance from 102 on that first map. However, going into this map, I'd be more worried for them. This is an extremely strong map for Neutralizers, as we've already seen in this tournament, and from what I've seen of 102 on the past in this map, you know, they tend to struggle sometimes on the power-ups for this map, and you know, it's such an important map for power-up. That could be their downfall.
Let's check, are the teams going to remain the same? I wouldn't change them if I were Neutralizers.
And 102 can't change their team, because this is their team.
So Starosta, 421, Pavel and Lexa for deliberate murder, or 102 as their tag states. And for Neutralizers, Dibby, Noctis, Guda, Salinset, that's nEu. Purgatory, here we go, could be the deciding map. Oh, and we're following Starosta on that shotgun yellow spawn.
Dibby's got the ultimate spawn disc if you want to consider switching to him.
Yeah, well, I did actually switch off him by mistake, so that worked out well, didn't it? Well, gone to Noctis, actually, who's going to come in behind the 102 players at this upper yellow. Remember, power-up could be on 30 seconds. Oh, this is great play for Noctis and his rocket player, though he's not actually got the frag out of it.
Yeah, great rockets. How he kept the railer from pushing round on him by just putting those rockets on the corner.
How good was that? How good was that? He could have secured this battlesuit for his team here. We'll have to see if anybody's actually going to be there to pick it up. Guda is there for the quad, but who's there for the battlesuit? There's a nice big delay between the two. Well, not that big, actually. But here's Pavel with the Battlesuit. Noctis going down, going to switch to the quad. He's going to come up against the Battlesuit now. Is he going to go aggressive at the bounce pad? No. Things better against it. They miss out on the red. 4-2-1 dropping in behind, grabbing that one. The rail does hit the quad. Battlesuit trying to move in, going to have to hit his shots. He didn't.
He was so close to hitting a direct rocket on Gooder, but no, just inches in it.
Did you see that player that spawned and just gave him the LG again?
Yeah. I don't know if that's just reflex, because no, surely you wouldn't do that.
Maybe you got auto switch on it when you pick up a weapon.
Possibly. Maybe some people do have that.
Not advisable.
Well, advantageous in some situations, but usually disadvantageous in others.
Nice LG defense by Silencer, but he's backed off. Oh,
yeah, he had to back away from the red due to the railer poking into the room, but
they
it didn't
almost
cost
missed
his
out
team
on the
in
red,
the end.
but yeah, they didn't in the end. nEu just taking a slender lead at the moment, and you see how much they move out for the yellows.
Yeah, I mean, Science, that's something we've seen him do in the past for all the teams he's played for on this map. A very effective player at doing it, of course, because he's so strong with his railgun at distance, but has the ability to fight up close as well.
It's key, though, that you keep a time on that red and you move back in, and even if you're not getting it, you're supporting your teammates pick it up at the right
because
time.
there's always a threat of the other team moving in if they know the time, because that's one of the most important items. You can always expect it to be challenged.
Looks like they have gone for this quad. Could that be a mistake? They have defended it really effectively, though. I think there's 3 players went down there, so I'd like to see what's happening over at the Battlesuit. Yeah, Silencer going there straight away. Noctis picking up the quad. Where's this Battlesuit? Good has grabbed it. Double power. Oh my! Thank God he messed up the jump for himself, but he did get taken out in the end. Noctis takes a rail shot to the chest.
Delivers one of his own though. And it's starting to look a bit worrying now for 102. You know, they didn't get on that power-ups. I feared power-ups could be a weakness for them on this map, and the score difference already is looking good in Neutralizer's favour.
So we saw a similar score difference on the first map in favour of 102, who did eventually lose the map. Obviously too early to write them off, but as you say, the general play doesn't look that cohesive from 102, does it?
Now you can see that they're already losing out heavily on the items. I mean, they've taken less of everything. They've taken 6 less red armors already, 1 to 7 on those. And that adds up and makes it so difficult to then compete for the power-ups. And we saw on the last set of power-ups they didn't come away with either. And on the first power-ups as well, I didn't mention at the time, they were a last-ditch rail away from giving up double power-up as well.
Following Noctis here at this Battlesuit position. He's waiting for the rocket launch. I'd imagine he's just going to try and play these yellows ready before the power-ups. Maybe hold out for the suit.
What a perfect rocket.
You couldn't have hit that rocket better, could you?
Impressive.
And then supporting the pickup of...
And with this combination of weapons he has, it's almost impossible to get him off this position.
This is the one safe point on the map, pretty much. The only danger, really, is that spawn.
Yeah, and you can see how much damage it's done. You know, he hasn't dealt with it as effectively as he might, and there's another spawner just to compound the problem.
It doesn't matter, though, because it's leading up to Battlesuit. He's practically done his job already and double power up. Let's see what Dibby can do. I mean, he has survived this time, the Battlesuit. Oh, he's met a lot of resistance, although he hasn't been very efficient. Yep. Good switch away from 41. Let's switch around to the quad Silencer. Runs out of shotgun ammo. He doesn't have too much shaft. Red's going to be up in a second. He's going to double stack it.
With his aim, though, that's enough shaft to probably kill 2 players minimum.
Maybe not now with the yellow armor pick. Does just get one. And he dropped him a lovely shotgun, so he wasn't in trouble for weapon ammo. Probably go and get some shaft ammo now, though, Silencer.
There's a lot of shaft ammo in this area, isn't there? There's the box he just picked up and another one around the corner that he didn't go round. Obviously content just to have 50.
Yeah, I'd be getting all that shaft ammo. But then I wouldn't be getting any kills with it, probably, because I need all that ammo.
Yeah.
They've got such a clean run of the map now. It's actually looks like a pickup game where the teams are quite stacked. It's really that easy for them at the moment. I don't know what to think at this point. For this could be a massive victory coming up.
It could be, yeah, and it's just already the early signs are there, but I was worried about their power-up play 102, and that seems to be where the problem is already.
Silent Sep, 100 stack. We're leading up to the battlesuit now.
There is of course a red armor there, but yeah, Gooder takes that one, so that's multiple players with armor.
First bit of damage.
It's just been ambushed.
Yeah, first bit of damage you took in what, a minute and a half or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, his positioning around the map
Plasma is amazing. The amount he just hit there, he's actually hit 22% there. And that is quite a good percentage to be hitting. Gooder picks up a clean quad, 100 stack on it. Starosta has finally got them a power up with the battlesuit, but he's not got any armor to work with.
Well, he's weak, yeah. Gooder was railed by Lexa coming in behind Starosta, and
right, here it is, the comeback, start of it. Wow, very nice LG there. In the back to confiscate that railgun away. Wants to probably switch to LG and finish him off. Whoa.
Needs to run with the suit expiring. Mega's not coming up for him either.
I think he just turned and hoped Mega would be up. Or tried to will it into existence. Not the best grenades ever. Or were they?
No, they were right on that bounce pad area, which people often drop down to
well,
get the
that's
silent
true.
drop.
I would have thought, though, that you could just drop it past them like Noctis did, which is the reason I said that. Done a nice little run, though. Got a few frags
Yeah, he has helped bring the score back. It's not all doom and gloom necessarily at this point for 102.
Yeah, I didn't really want to write them off, but it was looking pretty bad for them. And when you're in that position of being dominated in all areas, it's very hard to see how you would come back into this. But obviously, you just need to group and make sure you get.
Oh, look at that great rocket from Gooder.
And nobody wants the red from 102. 421 stealing in around the side of this lower yellow. We've got 20 seconds before battlesuit, 5 seconds before that is quad though, so you might want to go all the way back to the quad area. This could be a quad pickup for 102. 421's done a great job there clearing them out, and Havel picking up a clean quad. But this is all that Neutralizers needed to do. I mean, this is all they need to keep doing. Just make sure they get one power up now. And that should be enough. Let's see. There's the quad. Going to switch around to the quad, see what he does.
Yeah, that suit finally does go down. It was so weak for so long. But nice rockets from Divi just kept the quad at bay and allowed him to survive at least a little while longer.
I think Neutralizers will be a bit worried here. I mean, it was a 30 frag margin, it's now 20. It feels like it's closing in, it feels like momentum.
It has closed in because, at the start I said the item pickups were being absolutely dominated by Neutralizers, but since that start, 102 have actually got in on a lot more reds. They've actually had more reds since I last mentioned it than Neutralizers have had, and the other items are looking a bit more even now as well.
102 have been pushed out of that red room, but Havel, a couple of frags there right in that corridor. In fact, he went down to his teammate, otherwise he probably would have got another frag.
And they did get the red pickup, so even though there was a push in there by Neutralizers, they actually came away with nothing.
Noctis with the rail pickup, he somehow survived, managed to hit the rail shot as well. Starosta going down, Noctis
jumped into trouble.
Wow.
Don't expect there to be 2 people down there, although one would have probably been too much anyway.
Yeah, it's a little bit rash there.
Final red was picked up by Pavel. Interesting to see what he looks to do with it. And 41 is also stacked.
Yeah,
Pavel just lost everything.
Quad's up now, they're not going to make it there, so they're going to have to play for this battlesuit. Silent Sep has got the quad, though he's got no armor or additional health items to work with. couple of frags straight away. This gap is closing fast, boy. This is amazing speed that it's closing in at, really. I mean, we were almost writing them off.
Well, the lead was gained from 102 getting no power-ups. Now they're right back in it, getting power-ups of their own.
Frags the quad. It seems like when it's split power-up as well, I mean, 102 come out better every occasion so far. That's 17 frag margin.
Impressive.
Let's have a look at some of the other stats now. It's a massive red difference last time we looked.
Well, it was 7 to 1
to 12.
Yeah, so it's gone from 7 to 1 to 12 to 14. So they're doing a lot better on that pickup.
Yellow's pretty close as well. 6 advantage for neutralizers. They are just 1 ahead on the megas as well. Massively ahead on quad time, but 20 odd seconds ahead for 102 on the battlesuit time. I'd be really nervous if I was neutralizers now in this position. The red player's just being picked off, and the red was stolen as well. Wow. Look at that rail, 421. It's been one of the standout TDMers for the last year or so as well.
Yeah, whether it was for Russia and the Nations Cup.
Noctis. Is Noctis... Is he thinking straight now? We do know he has a tendency to get very annoyed and wound up with the game. Pavel picking up a clean quad again. There's no real threat over it. Noctis spawning, getting the battlesuit.
It's got a rocket launcher at least, which gives it a fighting chance.
Oh my god, he gets caught in the doorway, even by his own team's fire. Will he ambush the quad? No, the quad sits back. In fact, the quad doesn't even need to do anything. Look at 421 rip him to shreds. I've got to switch round to the quad now, who's gone in and grabbed himself a red. Takes out Dibby. It's a 9 frag margin. Look, they're going to grab this lower yellow as well. And Pavel is tanked to the brim, running around the map. I don't know what to say. What's happened? 8 frag margin now.
Well, you have to put it mostly down to the power-ups. I mean, when one team is just taking double power-up again and again, you know, the control that gives them over the map for the, you know, the time in between power-ups is significant. And now that they don't have that, it's really 102 who are looking the better team.
Let's keep following Pavel. He does pick up that railgun off its spawn, moving back into the red armor areas. 10 seconds to go, so they're going to have to defend this. Yeah. And one frag is going to be the second frag as well, and they're going to take the red again.
And that is now 18 to 14.
What a turnaround on the reds. It's a 2 frag margin now. We've got 3 sets of power-ups left on the map. Still plenty of time for it to go either way, but a tied game at this stage effectively. Amazing.
Yeah, and the momentum is so heavily with 102 that it's going to be so hard for neutralizers to keep the lead.
It sounds ridiculous when we're saying neutralizers. It's hard to say, oh my god, well, that red was just taken actually.
It was stolen down. Silence.
So looking to the power-ups now, Gooder. It's some nice rockets there, and that was actually quite an important moment, stealing that red.
It was.
Getting rid of the stacked player Pavel with the armor. Just one apiece now with the power-ups. Dibby with the battlesuit, and we got Starosta with the red armor now on his quad damage. Lightning gun and shotgun to work with. Switch round to the battlesuit. They're going to meet each other now. Dibby misses the rockets. This could be terrible. Oh, did he hit that one?
Yeah, he did, direct.
And that just stopped the quad in his tracks of taking out the battlesuit player. He's gone all the way back.
Look at this great timing they have. They have these items in such a good cycle at the moment.
Feels like they're really in the zone, doesn't it? Oh, now just under a quarter of the map remaining. 4 minutes 30 odd seconds. 2 sets of power-ups left to spawn. And there, Starosta getting the kill on Gooder. They're stealing that rail away.
Unfortunate they spawned an M.
Check out Gooda versus Tharusta round 2, and this time Gooda comes out on top of those, not looking particularly strong. I'm going to cycle away from him. Have a look at what Silencep is doing with his 61% rail, 41% LG. And he's just playing quite a defensive game, isn't he, at these yellows? Well, he's leading up to the power-ups, though, which have synced right up to pretty much the same second. About a 1 second difference now, anyway.
Teams are tied.
No delay between them. Means you can pick either power-up, but you really want your whole team at one of them to secure it. Or you can always risk it and go for the split. Don't really expect any team to go for the split. There's that tempting red, and Silencep goes down, drops his rail as well to 4-2-1. He's not got too much health, but the 25 is up. He now has the red armor in hand as well. He's going to go and attack this battlesuit. Teammate got the quad. Noctis is stacked. Well, not stacked, but he's got 40 armor. He's better off than the quad. Nice rockets, but look at the LG. Pushed him away, can still take out the quad. Let's switch around to the quad. Yeah, he's pretty weak. He's only got 11 health. Red armor is up, and just the fact he survived there has really stopped Noctis doing anything effective with the battlesuit in the end. He's got 2 frags on the run. There's quad just pushing Noctis back again, and when this runs out, this power, Noctis is not going to be in a great position. Yeah, he's going to go down straight away. And Lexa, with a nice chunk of armor, just could do with a little bit of health. Is the 50 up? It's not, but Gooda's not going to notice him anyway, and he's going to go down. Look at this, catch in the air, nice air rocket. It's a 10 frag lead now for 102. What a great turnaround we have seen. But they've still got just over 2 minutes to secure out this victory. 1 set of power-ups left.
And you'd say as long as they can come away from the final set of power-ups with just 1 power-up at least, then the game will be theirs. You know, their red play disc, since we mentioned how poor it was at the start, it's just been unbelievable. They're always there as a team, and it's impossible for neutralizers to get in on it.
Yeah, I mean, they've tried their best neutralizers, but they just can't stop this dominant player 102. And it isn't just, I mean, it is so solid on the reds as well, but they're starting to move out. They're cycling around on the map. They're seeing pressure over the rail, seeing even grabs of yellows like Lexa then. And if they drop a weapon, they've got teammates always there coming in, getting the frags afterwards. And they just built this up, but it's going to be so important these next, well, these final power-ups on this map, unless we go to overtime, of course. 10 seconds to go until they both spawn. What are the choices going to be made by the two teams? Noctis only 6, only 2 health at 50 years up though. He's got a railgun, he's got a shotgun. Needs to hit his shots. Does take out Lexa. Oh, it looks like it could be a double power up on the way. It is!
Well, I thought 102 would play it safe and just make sure we got one, but they just did a split disc. It works perfectly.
There's the red armor for Pavel. Switch around, have a quick look at Tharusta with the battlesuit. He's looking pretty weak, so we just switch away from him. Knocked fragged by Pavel as we switch back. Third impressive of the map for Pavel with that railgun. Takes another rail shot, taking out Gooda. 2 players right in front of him. Can he take him out? No! And both power-ups have been destroyed, but look at that. It was something like 35-40 frag margin in favour of neutralizers. It was so slow to bring it back, but they crept it back, and then in this last minute, it's like a 20 frag advantage now. So what's that, a 60 frag turnaround ball?
Yeah, unbelievable play.
Astonishing play. I mean, it's really some of the best.
I mean, I had them totally written off. I expected this just to be a simple 2-0 after nEu had come back on the first map, but 102 proved they're capable of the same kind of comeback this, and sets us up for an amazing third map.
Talking about some of the best team deathmatch players in the world there. World-class players like Noctis, Silencep. And they just, from a dominant position, got absolutely annihilated in the end. And that kind of frag turnaround is really impressive.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that could shake
frag difference as well. Look for +7 frags for 102 going into this third and final map, the deciding map selection. So even in that regard, they got the advantage in the end.
Yeah, and the momentum's heavily with them for the third map, and I don't know what we can expect to see on the third map. I mean, Grim Dungeons, I don't think 102 will want to play that, so they'll probably get rid of it, whereas neutralizers, would they want to play deep inside? Possible, but I think they'd maybe prefer to see dreadful plays.